Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Winner Circle Sports Betting Podcast. Sean Higgs coming at you here. It's Thursday, the 23rd of January. Man, the 23rd is like over already, January. Doug Upstone joining me here on a Thursday. A little dynamic duo on a Thursday afternoon. We'll be talking some NBA, of which we are 12-8 with our NBA picks. All right, 12-8. We didn't do NBA on Monday. We did some college basketball. I don't know. Last week we went 1-2 on Monday. We'll do better today with our NBA.
On NBA, yes. This past week, I hit 3 out of 4 of the props. On Monday.
It was college football prop night for the championship game, but that's college is over. I got to put that in the sack. We don't talk about it anymore. It's who cares? We got NFL.
Talk about who's the favorites right now to win it next year? You want to talk?
I think Texas is. Texas is number one. I think in the rankings. Yeah. I saw some early lines from FanDuel. I want to take Michigan +9 next year against Ohio State. Like, who's coming back for Ohio State?
Okay, who's the starting quarterback for either team?
I don't care. Ohio State is 9 on the road to Michigan. They haven't won against Michigan in 10 years? They can't beat Michigan. They're 10.9-point favorites on the road.
It's okay.
No way.
You just said you didn't want to talk about it, but yet here you are.
Yes, here we are.
Let's put it away. Let's not talk about it, except for if I want to talk about it. Then
yes, except when I say let's take Michigan right now in the early line moves.
All right.
Listen, like, subscribe, notification bell on here on the Winner Circle YouTube channel, so you know we come at you with free pick videos daily. Me, Doug, Chip. When Chip does with Scotty Pritchard and Jim Feist and Paul Bovey, Bitler, Fargo, Lawrence, Victor, we got you covered here. Free picks galore. And as I said yesterday, 3 games of football left. It'll be pivoting to basically NBA and college hoops, unless Doug wants to do some solo hockey. I'm not going to do something. Mr. Doug's pretty good hockey. 58, 35, 62%. If you want to do hockey, it's all him. But basically, NBA and college hoops is what I'll be doing. These are the free picks. I say this every day. Free pick videos. We try to do well. I tell you every day how we do. Yesterday, 2-1 with college basketball, 14-hour college basketball free picks since we started doing them here on the channel. But the premium stuff at gamblersworld.net, that is where our best plays are. Doug's, myself, all the other cappers. Gamblersworld.net, there's a record right there. There's a leaderboard, 7 days, 30 days, 60 days, season. Click on a guy, comes up, how they're doing, current season, recently, no hiding from the records. 3 730-day packages are guaranteed. We show you a profit, or we credit you back that time. Day passes, $69.99. And there was a $99 college basketball pass. I don't know if it's still going on. That was a little special deal we had going on for you college hoop lovers. Go get it. As I mentioned, Doug's tearing up on the ice. Me, I'm more of a college basketball, crushing the college bet. There it is, $99. 7 days for $99. Cannot go wrong with that deal. Save yourself some money. I don't know. I bring them up, Doug, and I'm like, we got this package, this package, this package. They're all great value. Mm-hmm. You have a leaderboard. We tell you how we do. We come on every day. Oh, Doug's like, well, I had a 1 or 2 days. I'm on 3-1. We say how we do here. We're not lying. We can't hide from our stuff. Doug, it's been a couple days.
Yep.
How are things going? How was your week leading into today? And what do you got going on? Apparently there's some football, NFL football goes on Sunday. I don't know if you're going to have anything lined up for those games, though.
I do have one, and I will be doing – and ended up having to do something this morning that took away some of my time here. So when I'm done talking to you, okay, I got a 2-pack in the college basketball. By the way, you asked me how I've been doing this week. I haven't been doing very good at all. I'll just be honest, okay? Just hasn't been a good start to the week. I had a very, very good 23-day run, okay? And since it hasn't been very good. But you know what? You can turn that around in 1 day, and that's what I'm looking to do today. So as I mentioned, 2 college basketball games coming up. Actually, 2 underdogs, as a matter of fact, then on those. So those will be done shortly after I'm done with the show. Got an NBA pick. Already got a hockey pickup, and I got a beatdown game. Sean mentioned 58 and 35. Let's see. I started 0-4 on the season, so my record's actually even better than that. Okay, as of right now, so happy with that. And so I got a game tonight, and then I also this afternoon will also have up the one of the 2 conference championship games. There's one in particular that I liked, and I actually was kind of waiting around to see about a number, and I got the number I wanted. So I'm good there. So ready to go. But hey, but I want to, besides me, let's talk about Mr. Higgs. He has just been on fire. I mean, talk about some, Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, and some other guys. Well, right now, Sean Higgs is Mr. January. Okay.
January.
He is tearing it up.
Yeah, I'm a nice little run. I was gonna say, listen, get Doug's plays at gamblersworld.net, 3738 packages, 99 hoops pass or daily pass, 69.99, all available there. Yeah, I'm having a nice little run. And I was gonna say, I got college basketball up. I got a 5-pack today. I'm 200 and 150 on the season, 57%, not too bad. NFL, I got 2 games up, obviously, each game, AFC, NFC. 18-9 run in NFL. So that was good. It's got me for the season. I'm 98 and where's my thing? 94 and 88. Again, not a winning season. It was what it was, but it's coming together late. That's all that matters. Yeah, it's been a nice little tear. I'm on a good 60% run for the month, so I'll take it. 63% says here, 63.6. So
Outstanding.
A lot of college basketball. I'm like my college basketball. So, and this is again, my college hoops, gamblersworld.net. We're going to be doing some NBA today. All right. Speaking of NBA, and we used to do the line movers for NFL. Obviously, there's no more football, so you got a new one coming on, right? So,
right.
What is the new write up here?
The we're talking about the NBA and one that comes out on Wednesdays, which we cover. Let's just say the topics of certain teams to look for in terms of their current play, if they're worth a bet, and then also give out each week, which started a couple weeks ago, give out 3 teams in specific situations to look for. So, for example, this week we looked at the best over teams to bet on. Okay, and right now, as we speak, the 3 best over teams are Memphis, Chicago, and Utah. And I explained for a variety of reasons as to why. And I'll talk about Memphis actually here real quick. They're hitting over 66% on the overs, okay, right now on the season. So they're the top scoring team in the NBA. They're number 5 in offensive efficiency. But here's the secret sauce as to why their totals have been so high, and also as to why the odds makers really haven't been able to figure them out to try and balance them out, is that this team is number 2 in the NBA in fouls committed, number 1 in free throw attempts. So you put those 2 things together, that's a lot of dead ball points, okay, when that goes on. And so with that, I think that really makes a big difference in terms of their ability to score more. And then the other thing that comes into play here, they are number 2 in turnovers forced, but number 2 in turnovers they commit, and number 5 in turnovers that they generate. So you put that together, that's why Memphis is the top over team to bet. And there's no reason to stop it until the odds makers adjust on it to where it starts to balance off at 50-50.
I just wrote down the teams there: Memphis, Chicago, and Utah for myself. So I know I'm looking at NBA, and I do real limited NBA. Not a huge NBA player. Obviously, I like my college hoops, but I will dabble a little bit, and I've dabbled to the tune of 12-8 this year. So obviously, not a lot. What is that, like a game and a half months since the season started? But pass the rock or shoot the rock?
Shoot the rock, yes. Shoot
the rock every Wednesday from Doug here for you NBA lovers. We got you covered. And he's got a college basketball one too, right?
Yes. That comes out on Friday. Yep. And in that one, what I do.
Hold on. Just a little tease because you want them to go to the website and read it. You don't give it all away.
No, I haven't even done it yet. That's the other thing I got to do this afternoon. But I was going to just to inform them, though, one things I do a little bit different there, because it's impossible to try and write an article once a week and try and project games. Okay. I mean, it's just, especially NBA games. But so the idea more is to give you information about the teams, and you can make your decisions off of that. For college, we focus more on the weekends and talk about whatever the hottest topic is for the weekend. And then I go through basically like the top 25. Okay. I try to pick out the best games And the point spreads, there are no point spreads when I'm doing this on Thursday and Friday morning. There's no point spreads yet in the games. But so what I do is I go through KenPom and I just take what would be the differences they come up with, give those to you, and then give an opinion on the game, okay, based on what that number is.
And we've said this before about KenPom. 5-6 years ago, if you knew about KenPom, you were ahead, probably 2-point value just based on the KenPom numbers on ahead the lines. Now, Bet Online, Bookmaker, whoever's like these first to the market ones, FanDuel. If you look at them, they're all about a half point either way off of the number, and they'll put a half point or a half point away from the total. They don't even bother doing their own line. They just straight out, take this guy. And it's a great subscription. I mean, if I have it, it really saves you because it's got everything you need. Like you don't have to have, the average person can say, okay, I want to look at these kind of stats. It's all there for you. It's, but it helps. I mean, for me, I know I do the rotation. I print them out. The first thing I do, like you said, there's no lines, but I can come up with a jump off. They're not really going to move from him on a Wednesday to a Saturday all that much unless something drastic happens. But you have a good starting point. On a Friday night when 155 games come up at the board at 6 o'clock in the evening, you're like, good grief, Charlie Brown. What am I doing? It's like, no.
Oh yeah, no, that's this time of year, that January to early February on Friday nights. That's a quite an interesting task.
Anyway, let's do some NBA here. Though.
All right.
Again, as I said, listen, folks, we are 19-19 in our NBA free picks. But if you go to gamblersworld.net, premium action, that is where our best plays are. And sometimes maybe these would be a best play and you don't even know about it until you go afterwards and see them. That being said, our guy Chip Trimbus here, he's on Mondays with us. He's number one in the NBA. He's having a great season. I mentioned I was 12-8. It is what it is. We got the free picks for you. Doug, pretty good team here in the Denver Nuggets. 8.5-point favorites against the Sacramento Kings. Total 241.5. Kings have been playing well since the change of the coach. They seem to be playing up for them. They are a 9-1 straight up run, 5-4 ATS. But they're favored. If they were getting these kind of points, they would be 9-1 ATS if they were getting these kind of points in the game. Their lone loss though, Milwaukee got them by 15. And is that because it's kind of a step up? You're playing a better team because here comes one in Denver who I look at as like, you know what? I say to myself, they're not as good as years past. They're not playing that well. They're still 27-16. They're 22-20 ATS, which isn't great. It's still a losing year, but for a team that's kind of juiced up line wise, to have a winning record, I'm going to give them a little thumbs up for that. That's a good job on their part. I back-to-back spot here. Their losses, Houston. They played that Dallas game. They played in Dallas 2 games in a row. Came home. They lost to the Rockets, and then there was a Boston loss. Again, not bad losses for them. 8-2 straight up. I think they're begging you to take the Kings here at 8.5. And I looked at the Kings game against the Bucks. I was thinking, all right, 15. They lost by 15. This one's 8. Can they hang tough? The doors blown off out of the door. They were down 21. Never sniffed getting into that game. I don't know. I think maybe more the same here. I kind of lean Denver, but this is your game here. Denver minus 8.5, total 241.5.
Well, start with the fact that Sacramento last night played Golden State. They were down 17 at halftime. Came back, third quarter. The game was tied after 3 quarters. They ended up winning by 6. Okay. A lot of energy expended in order to do that from the team. They're 10-1 straight up, 8-2-1 recently. But now they have to, there's no rest. They have to go play at altitude. Okay. Not that they don't on an annual basis, but they still do. Okay. Nuggets in their last 14 games, 11-3 straight up and against the spread. Nuggets were home Tuesday. They blew out Philadelphia. I give Mike Malone a lot of credit for what he's done because you mentioned that, they kind of started slowly. And the one thing that he's been able to do is that the ownership, speaking of ownership, they won the championship and then they let other bench players go. Okay. Didn't make sense to me. So they have a great starting 5, maybe as good a starting 5 as there is in the NBA when they're all healthy. But with no bench, it hurt him, especially in the playoffs last year and the first part of this year. Well, Malone, to his credit, he's kind of figured it out. Okay. For example, like Russell Westbrook, who's on their team now. Westbrook, he's figured out that you use him two ways. If Westbrook is good, you give him more minutes. If he's not, then he just eats a few minutes for the starters. Okay. Get him out of there, put him in maybe 2 or 3 different times to play, but, just to handle it that way. So he's done a really good job there. And I think that's a big key. Now, this game actually started at 7 and went to 8.5. It was 7 when I first saw it this morning. But here's the thing. The last 44 times that Denver was home and the total was 230 or higher, the score differential of those 44 games was Denver plus 10.2 points per game. Also, in their last 17 games, the straight up winner of a Denver game is 17-0 against the spread. It's a bigger number, but I think Denver is more than poised to win this thing by double digits and maybe even a little bit higher up than just 10 points.
There you go. Official pick here. Denver minus 8.5. And I'm agreeing. And I didn't even realize they had to come back and rally late, And again, you're up in the altitude here. This is where guys usually get gas in the second half anyway. So definitely look for Denver, maybe a second half play as well here, I'd say, if since that's the case. I'll be looking at that personally. Nuggets minus 8.5 here. Get all the Doug's premium action at gamblersworld.net. He's told you he's got some college hoops. He's going to have some NFL. Go get it, gamblersworld.net. My game here, well, I guess Boston and Lakers – marquee matchup, we'd say here. Boston, a pretty good team. The Lakers, I do not like the Lakers one bit. I think this team is a total joke. Total joke here. Got LeBron and AD complaining, we need help. Can you imagine 2 other Hall of Famers complaining that they need help, especially when one of them is the GM of the team? I mean, unbelievable. 5-point dogs, 218.5. This is on the heels of Boston playing last night as an 11-point favorite on the road. It was down the street, I guess, in here, LA. They have 2 stadiums here. I guess, I don't know. They have a breezeway to walk back and forth. They couldn't share a stadium anymore. As I said about the Nuggets ATS record, Boston is 17-26 ATS. So here's a team, got the big wins, right? 31 wins overall, a lot of wins. Spread-wise, little juiced up there. You always have to lay a little bit extra with these guys because, they're the Celtics, they're the champs. Everybody expects a little more. At first, I look at this line, I see 5. I'm like, well, does it look a little low? Yeah, maybe, but they've lost 4 of their last 10 games. This team's actually lost some games. The spread tells you that they're always juiced up. It's a back-to-back spot. I mean, the Lakers, maybe a little bit of a live dog here. To me, they're not. I'm gonna take the Celtics here, minus the 5. I think the line's right. As much as my first instinct was like, why isn't this 10? Because I think highly of Boston and not much of the Lakers, but everything into it, usually a higher spread, back-to-back spot. The fact that they're 4-6 straight up, this is a game they're going to get up for. This is the Lakers. All right, we beat the Clippers. Woo, the Clippers. The Lakers they're the Lakers. So I'm expecting a crisp performance here, MVP-type performance from their stars, and I will lay the 5 here on the road with the Celtics minus 5, Doug.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty interesting. I saw this on Monday. Did you know that this week is rivalry week in the NBA? It actually is.
Yeah.
This is
Trailblazers Magic is a great rivalry. That one's going back a long time.
So that's that's what this game's all about. I haven't seen actually many games that I thought were that fit that deal. When ESPN has the college one. I mean, those are actually rivalry games as opposed to this. Unless you consider the Pacers and the Spurs a rivalry playing twice in Paris, yes. I'm not sure how this all plays out that way. But
David Robinson and Rick Smith's going at it. That was a great rivalry back in '92.
That was good. And but to me, this is a tough one. Like as you mentioned, Celtics overtime last night, and I would say that what Boston reminds me of, and I only know this or think this because I have it, is ADD. Okay, this team, they come out some games just smoke teams, and then for 10 minutes, they just quit playing. Just absolutely quit. Their focus is gone. Okay. And that's also part of why their spread record is so terrible, because they just don't play 48 minutes. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's a big problem. So last night they didn't have Porzingis or Holiday. Brown mildly twisted his ankle last night. We still don't know if Porzingis and Holiday are going to play tonight. So that's a little tenuous. Jason Tatum played 43 minutes last night. Okay. Is he going to play big minutes again tonight? Yeah, I doubt it. Okay. I think he's going to go back into the 30s from that standpoint. So, that's a little, I don't know, unsettling to me. Lakers, they've won 3 out of their last 4. Who they beat? Depleted Miami, Brooklyn, and Washington. Woo! That's scintillating right there. So I think the purple and gold play really well in this game for 40 minutes. And then it's NBA crunch time. The better teams come in, they play well. Boston covers the spread. Okay, gets the job done, wins by 8 points. I don't know how else to look at it.
Thank you for trying to say. I was like, the way you started, I'm like, oh man, I'm not looking to go my Celtics pick. He's going to go against it, but he comes back around, closes it out with like the Lakers are going to Laker it up because they beat trash lately. And yes, the NBA, everybody makes a run in the fourth quarter here. That's the way it is. It gets close, guys. And especially when you have a team that's going to shoot 45 3-pointers. You never know what's going to happen,
45, 50. Come
45.
on. Don't sell those Celtics short.
Yeah. and Lord knows, hey, we hit 30 of them. This game ain't even close.
Right. And if they hit 10, it won't be close either. The other way.
Yes. I was saying today, I said, when I was reading the LeBron quotes, I remember back in November when Dalton Knecht had like 30 and 27 in back-to-back games. People were like, look at this. Oh, my goodness, the Lakers are here. I'm like, the guy scored like more than 15 points like 5 times since. Like, they're in the game. Well, I can't.
Well, if you ever wonder, like what time of year it is, and you're not, if you're like really busy, whatever, and then you come across on your computer or on your phone and you got LeBron saying, you know what, we need some help. We need some additional players. Then it's late January.
Yes,
okay,
because
it's always right then. So that's how it goes. Trade deadline coming up.
I don't want to go into another mini rant here about LeBron and this one on LeBron. It's just I see this and I'm like, this is why. Forget about Jordan. You'll never be Jordan. You're not better. This is where I might actually put like Kobe over you. To sit here and complain, like, what do you do? You made this team. This is who you wanted. This is the coach. These are the players you wanted. And to say we need help, well, it's to stop. It's a guy, not a peep off the court. You hear nothing bad about, nothing, right? But he gets on here and it's like flailing anytime he gets touched. I mean, the fans are mean to me. Take that person out. I need a foul call. The coach is bad. We got to. I mean, how many coaches this guy gets fired? Coaches who win championships. He's got 2 coaches fired who won championships with him. He's got rid of him because he didn't like him. Come on, man. Just stop. Could you please stop it?
I'm not a Kobe hater. I'm Kobe. I'm not a LeBron hater. I have to admit that. I mean, do I get some why people don't like him in many cases? Yes. But I always point to the one thing about, you could, lots of players have lots of noise that they bring upon themselves, but he's been to, I think it's 8 finals. I think is what it is. He's won 3 and lost 5. And in each instance, the 3 that he won, his team was favored. The 5 that he lost, his team was not favorite. Okay. So I'll just stick with that.
They were not favored in some of those losses. I thought they were favored over them.
No, they were not favored in 5 of the 8. Correct.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were favored over the Mavericks.
Don't no. Well, they wouldn't have been, but no. I remember reading that 5 years ago or more. Yeah. So
that's crazy because I thought, I'm thinking like the Kyrie and Love team with him. I thought, I'm not a big Warrior kind of fan. I thought that was a good team because I think he's better than Steph Curry. I think Kyrie is excellent. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I just, that kind of stuff. Like, we're talking about payrolls. you're 40. What do you sign in a contract for $45 million for LeBron? You're a billionaire. Take 5 or 10 million and bring in, and then guys will want to come play with you at better rates. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the old Kirby Puckett, thing from years ago, and they won what, 2 World Series in 4 years or whatever it was.
87 and 91.
91, yeah. And so then he had to make $6 million, which at the time was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then they went downhill quickly, and he couldn't figure out why the team wasn't willing to spend more money. Okay.
I remember, I think Puckett was, I think, the first $3 million player, right? Or was
yes, correct.
He was the first one, I think, and then it was, I think, in Seiko. I forgot who it was. It was, everybody wants to blame the Yankees for that, but the Yankees never set the standard for the payrolls. Like, I think Ricky was the first $5 million guy, I believe, or something like that, again, of the Oakland A's. I think the Rockies, and no, that was the Mike Hampton deal. But Kevin Brown, I think, was the first $100 million pitcher. And the Rangers paid A-Rod.
Yep. And the Arizona Diamondbacks are in there too, because they're the one that ruined it for the fans. In 1997, I think was their first year. In 1996, the most expensive ticket in Major League Baseball was sitting behind home plate at Yankee Stadium, $48. The Diamondbacks came in, and their seat as a new franchise behind home plate was $75. Okay, wow. And that changed the entire trajectory of pricing in baseball for forever.
The Yankees, off of like 2 World Series, had to think like, you know what? Who the hell are these guys? If they're getting that in the middle of the desert, what can we get here in New York City?
Right. I mean, that's my point. It's just they ruined it for everybody. So, anyways, all right, wrap it up.
We'll put a bow on this puppy. Denver Nuggets -8.5. Boston Celtics -5. Championship weekend passes up. $99 college basketball. Who passes up? $69.99 day passes up. GamblersWorld.net. Doug's premiums. My premiums. Everybody else's premiums. Like, subscribe, notification bell. Listen, your comments. I want to know. Hall of Famers. Let's go. That's going to be the whole talk. That's what we talk about for the next week every time for 15 minutes. For Doug Upstone, myself, Winner Circle, Gamblers World. Happy Thursday. Good luck, everybody. Bye-bye.